New cut. Let me know what y'all think. Barber low-key messed me up on the top. I'm looking insanely Arab right now. But let's get into it. If I don't read, I'm gonna make this thing because I think I'll mean it more. If I don't read my Quran, because I low-key been slacking on it, I'm doing 25 push-ups. Or not 25 push-ups, 25 rakat, which is basically 50 overall. Or 50 rakat, 25 prayers basically. I kept telling myself I'm gonna do it. Didn't do it. So now I'm actually gonna do I have to do it. So if I don't read today or like before I go to bed, it's over. We gotta pray them. But little update for you guys. The clothing brand. Kind of been I went out maybe once or twice recently to just network with some people. Brand is moving pretty good so far, just understanding how I'm gonna really create content, and I want to be full transparency. I don't genuinely mean it this way, but in this phrase of this is the scariest thing now, because now I have to put things up, right? I have to show for it, right? I spoke with the manufacturer and figured out what was going to be our plan for what season we want to drop in, right? And by talking to them, I kind of got an understanding that the best thing we can do right now is push the polo as much as possible. Just push that out so that I can prepare. In the meantime, from now till then, I saved up a little bit of money that I told you guys from the phones and stuff, and then I need to sell this one left, and then two others I think, or maybe just one, yeah, two others, and then maybe another one. I don't know. We'll see. But for the most part, guaranteed three to sell. Long story short, there's that. Second thing, we talked about is, oh yeah, so the money's gonna be for the sampling, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully I get my papers so I can work, yada yada yada. We talked about that, but the main thing is, in this 6 months, I'm going to, from now till winter and autumn, is gonna be planning out and seeing what's gonna be the best collections that I can produce and create, so that I know what to do. So I'm gonna create a whole storyline for each one. One of them I kind of have a storyline called Bruce Wayne Rides, but how I'm gonna fit that in with the culture of the brand is gonna be something. And then I think I'm gonna do two drops of each theme maybe, or one will be different themes. I'll have to figure that out depending on how the marketing is gonna go. But in the meantime, that's what basically what I'm gonna do, right? And then for this season, for the summer, is basically gonna be pushing out the polos with everything that I have, all the marketing, all the stuff that I've been putting out in the meantime. Some crazy stuff, ideas that I've been gathering up for it. So, like with content wise, the only thing is now that I'm gonna get this new phone, I'll be able to really take good pictures. And my goal is to create cinematic videos. So that's just gonna be the only thing. Hopefully, if I can get my papers done, I'll be able to work somewhere, and put some money in my pocket. So that's the only thing. And then, so yeah, that's just what I'm dealing with right now. Because I might put this phone, if I can keep this phone, I'll be fine. That'll be great. But if not, then I'll sell it so I can put it into, it's obviously the brand, right? Now, I'm going to be taking an internship because you guys know I also have this AI thing that I'm building. It's kind of been on hold. I haven't worked on it because there's just one more thing to do, which is the AI aspect of it, is like incorporating that into the system, which I've been so focused on the brand, and I think it's better to focus on one thing. But what I will end up doing is I'm going to be interning for a family friend. You know, they get a lot of money, all this kind of stuff, and I haven't told my family yet, but I don't know if I will tell them. I think I'm gonna work on it, and then when things getting a little too hectic, and they need me, whatever it is, I'm just gonna let them like, bam, I took this up, blah blah. So I need space, whatever it's right. But it's gonna be internship, and it's not paid, and they said they don't have any job openings, but it'll be good. This person works in the AI sector. They know a lot of people, so getting connected with them will be really good. And they also know people on the like clothing brand side or clothing side and all that kind of stuff. So that will be really great for me, right? This is like internship, I guess you can say, but I'm not really interning, so it's a little iffy. I'll also have somebody being an intern for me as well, which is gonna be crazy. Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure, but that would be good to delegate and help me with the content ideas. Um, so for content publishing, giving me ideas on what I should post, the styles of things, but making sure they're on brand is also going to be interesting, and figuring out how I can get them to do what I need them to do by creating tasks. And my uncle, he's a manager, or and he works with like 20 different people every day for like different sectors of where he works, and he has to like communicate to them. So I'm gonna really grab his help on understanding what I can do to help this person do the best that they can and make sure they're doing it on time. And yeah, that's really it. So that's kind of just been a follow up of what's going on. I'm excited for what the brand is going through right now, though, for the main aspect of it, because with this season, how I'm just gonna continue to pull those and push it, just to really generate content ideas and push things out and push the brand further, and not just wait for 6 months, and just try to build that. Like, I can kill two birds with one stone, and that's kind of gonna be the goal, I think, for me. Oh wait, before I even get into what I'm thinking, we're also thinking as well as they will send me samples of their catalog for the summer, like the summer catalog, and they're thinking to send it to me. I look at it and we just add a logo on there and make it specific to me, and also push that as a full collection. And my idea is getting into this market here in Saudi, and then also still pushing in the U.S., because obviously U.S. is 10 times bigger. Clothing, the clothing scene is dead here from what I'm hearing, or it's not as strong. Right now, or not as strong. So, what I'm thinking to do, let me figure out. It's here. Someone's here. I don't want them to hear this. Oh, someone is here. For the clothing brand, it is going to be, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'd basically just get something under my belt and maybe make the collection bigger, push it out in the U.S. and here. The market here is just a little bit different, so figuring out what that looks like, because from what I'm hearing is that it's growing, but it's dead from in the sense of like it's not like the U.S. and all these other places. So that means there's a lot of room for you to step your grounds. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of people try to do what I'm doing and never succeeded. But the country also doesn't have their own like Saudi made brand that does this. The US does, Europe does, all this kind of stuff. So it's like creating one here is not easy because no one's done it before, so there's no blueprint, but it's better because no one's done it before. So I can run with what the information I have, the people I've known from outside, and the connections that I have to really push it here. It's just really trying to understand the market that I know I have zero knowledge of, right? So I'll go to God. I have someone who wants to do marketing for me. So hopefully that can go through. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure that out. Now, to tell you guys, yeah, I think that's pretty much it on a catch up. I'm gonna continue doing the videos. I've just been really dialed in. I've been kind of getting distracted in the sense of while I'm dialed in with my phone, or just like taking breaks every time I finish something. But the hardest thing right now is, like I said, which I guess could be considered the scariest thing, is creating the content. When the phone comes in, I'll be able to take pictures, go to this different places, but really capture that, I don't know. Is that's gonna be the hardest thing, because one, I also need to find all the new models and all these different people, and find someone that can be there, that can understand my vision, and when I can't translate the best, for them to translate it, right? So that's gonna be another interesting thing for me to go through and figure out and learn how that's going to happen and where to go, because I at least just need one person to do it with me. If I have a group of people, that's good, but for the most part I only need one. And then figuring out what angles do I want to use, and then making them look cinematic as much as possible, and creating video content. That's going to be the second thing, and that is going to be, I think, the biggest thing too, because images do really well, but I think the videos is what tells a story. So I need to figure out how can I tell the story of the type of person that I'm trying to gravitate towards, try to push towards, not make it so boxed in, because like I want it to be around my culture. I want it to be around it. But just like Emelian Dor, like there are certain aspects where like it breaks the barrier and it makes it accessible for everyone, and it doesn't make it specific to one person. So one thing I also want to do is how or look into what they do is like with their video content, how do they make it, specific to them and not overly strong, that's like too like harsh, like it's just symbolic, right? Or like, like for example, I feel like if I do a video of me sitting in a majlis, that's all like, the full aesthetic of like what a Saudi thing is. It's amazing, like the people here are gonna love it. But I think to get to people more outside of that is gonna be a lot harder, because yes, it's gonna be maybe pushed towards more Arabs and stuff like that, but the goal is to push it even further than that. It's like where anyone and everyone is wearing it. And I think the Western world is so accustomed to European and European aesthetics, and how the things look, and European aesthetics, or like American, like areas that are like, that are very monumental or whatever it is, that are very aesthetic, or even Spanish areas. It can run a lot smoother than air, because the main thing with Arabs is just really, or like not in general, but even mainly the Khalij is like the thob, the thing on top, the coffee, and the Arabic letters. Those are like the main things that everyone associates. I want to break that barrier and show the culture, but not put too much where people like, this is like, here goes these, sand sand camel riding type of people, you know what I mean? Like, how can I really create that culture to look very as luxurious as it is, as we know it for? Because everyone that has been coming to the Middle East now, like through work or just visiting or whatever, they just love it. The luxury is at a different level than what they think. So figuring out what can I do to emulate that, right? So that's gonna be the goal. I want it to be subtle. I want it to be unique. I want it to be clean. But obviously, I want it to be aesthetic. So the video portions are also gonna be, I think, the most fun to make, but also the hardest to make. And really capturing the pictures. I think pictures can just like, they'll do their thing. So yeah, that's I'm just trying to figure that out. Because also, like, I also need to put into thought that the clothing brand like Amelia and Dora, when they post, I don't know what they did in the. I need to really do a huge deep dive on how these brands started, because I want to, if I replicate what they did now, what they're doing now, I don't think we'll hit as hard, because even when you look at how many people like, yes, for the videos they might get 100K likes out of the 1.5 million people that follow them, but then there's also, and their video and their pictures get like 30-50K, which is a lot. Usually it's a lot less, or something around that, or maybe a little bit even more sometimes, but that's because they are who they are, so they're able to do that. So how can I make mine more within reach, right? More like better to grasp. So I have some ideas. I have certain things I want to go for, but for the most part, it's just figuring all that out. Like, yeah, just really figuring that out, because at the same time too, for my winter and autumn collection, I have to make it so much so in the middle, where it fits the Middle Eastern countries, but also fits the Western demographic. Because if we do it for, like, I can put quarter zips. A lot of people will wear the quarter zips and stuff. A lot of people here also wear the thobes and the stuff on top, right? So I'm trying to figure out a balance how to do that, but also here, even the cold, it is pretty cold, but it's not as cold as other places. So how can I, resonate with people here to wear the stuff that people would wear over there, like the long coats, the jackets, all kind of stuff. Like, I think girls do it more than guys, or maybe it's just I haven't seen it enough because I'm not in the right places. So, because for me, I think if you like this certain aesthetic, you're always gonna wear that certain aesthetic, right? No matter where you are, or to the best of your ability. So, that's just kind of the barrier I have to figure out and break. So, I think for tonight is finishing what I have left of whatever tasks I have, and then I think I'm gonna set goals for each thing on what I should be focusing on my tasks I have, to give me a best, like, a clearer direction, and then I'm gonna go um strictly into figuring out like the like, I think I've at everybody's like, here's the thing. As I did the research for every brand that I like, and that I want to emulate, or take something from them, but make it my own. A lot of times, like the main two which surprised me was Lord Piana and Milan Dor, because they post, Milan Dor average about 19 to 21 times a month, represent post on basically every day, and Lord Piana, they do they do like damn near double like every day, and maybe even and every day an extra. Like it's gone up to the 40s how many times they post. Like it's wild, right? So I want to do the top. I think if I go for a little bit of the style, a little bit of the a little bit of the 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 captions, a little bit of timing and how much they post, I'll be able to get that. But now the style of post, that's where it's different. You know, Lord Piana and all these other brands are able to post in certain ways because they have eyes, right? They already got that from doing other stuff. So me trying to figure out what are my eyes and how can I get them as an entry level brand, right? So I think that's gonna be I think I repeated that so many times already, but that's just gonna be the real like the real foot, the nail in my foot type of thing, where it's like, this is where I really got to figure it out, because I need the summer drop to really sell well, so that when I do end up doing or marketing and putting out the finished products for autumn, I'll have enough money to back that, in a sense of like, I can buy the stock, I can do stuff so shipping's a lot faster, because that's my goal, to make shipping faster, make certain things better, and kind of just go from there. So we'll kind of see how that pans out. I just need to, like, give myself some grace, but like really sit down and hustle with this. So that's gonna be my focus. And with the internship, if I can meet people there and also work on the AI a little bit, that would be amazing. It'll give me some background, give me connected and networked with people. I'll go to learn to do the things that I need to do, and if it comes to a point where there's a job opening and I take it and I work, great, and then I can just put more into that brand. If I ever need to, like the brand is doing well, I just quit. Like get everything they need me to get done while I'm there, and then just plop that computer up and just focus on the brand like nothing else matters. So yeah, like I'm legit just gonna be like almost like chaperoning almost and learning and doing my best. I don't know what kind of workload I'm getting. I don't know what kind of thing I'm getting, but it's not even gonna be till the end of Ramadan too. So I have time. I think I have 2-3 weeks maybe. So we will see how that kind of goes. So yeah, just keep me in your guys' prayers. And this video is a little bit long. I think I'm gonna do another video right now just to pump out some videos. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna talk about, but I appreciate you guys, and that's my update. Love.